The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
How many years have I been in my apartment for now?
Oh, no.
5? 4? 5? I always say
6.
4,
I
but
would
I
say
feel like, I
6.
feel like I've been saying 4 for 10 years. I'm not a person that keeps track of what
So 4,
time.
it's more than 4 because 4 was
It's the
pretty
thing
much...
when you don't have children. You look at your
when
children, you can
COVID
work out what
started.
age things are.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
COVID started 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I was
it's
well
more
before
than that.
Maybe 6 years. Okay,
Yeah.
for 6 years, not one wall in my place has been adorned with a picture or anything that needs to be hung up.
I don't understand this, Nathan, because we had extensive conversations about the framing of things.
Yeah.
Where you had a problem where you bought a print and then the
I know,
frame...
I've had things framed.
Yeah. So, okay. So, what the natural progression is that you frame things and then you hang them.
Sometimes I've had things framed on a rush order, like I needed them straight away.
Yeah, an emergency framing situation and you're furious because one framer ruined the print and then you had to get it redone.
Remember?
Yeah. No, I remember. It was a journey.
It was a long time. It was a long time.
And most people, once they've gone to a lot of effort to get things framed, they then affix them to the wall so that they are on display.
I've heard of this. So every break that we've ever had since then, since maybe 6 years, I've been on my break going, okay, I'm going to get these pictures hung up. And Natalie, I did it this break. I hung up so many pictures. I hung up.
Oh, you hung them up?
No. Okay. I got some people in to do it.
You paid a professional.
Yeah, called the Hangmaster. This guy named Josh came over.
I have had a guy come and hang it because I bought a painting from a gallery and they sent the guy around to hang it for me. And it's amazing watching a professional hanger do their thing. They're so good at it.
It was like an art, and it came with a little bit of a bill. It was not too expensive, but for the I don't know the safeguarding of knowing that they're being hung properly in the right... I know some people listening right now going, just put a bloody hammer on a wall.
No, I've got tricky walls. I've got limestone walls
I'm going to say mine are tricky too.
And you have to tap to find the right spot and everything. It's an art.
So they can just visually know how something should be. And it's amazing to watch. I have to tell you, the first drill that went into the wall, so I could hear it starting to drill. I went straight out into the balcony. I just stood there because... I don't know what psychologically it was doing to me.
No,
I felt like then now the apartment's used because I've drilled into it.
And also because you rented for so long.
Yes,
you're worried you're not going to get your bond back.
I'm worried I'm not going to get my bond back.
You've just been trying to blue tack things to the walls for the last 6 years.
But Josh, this guy, he would stand at one end of the hall and then he would just look. Because I was thinking, I was in the kitchen going, mate, he's being very quiet. What's he doing? And then I hear footsteps and he'd walk to the other end of the hall and then he'd walk up the other end. And he did that about 5 or 6 times. And then I was going, what is it? And he goes, I'm looking at the lights and I'm thinking, do I space them under the lights? He goes, which naturally I do. He goes, but then between the second picture and the last thing, there seems to be a bit of a space because we put shelving here. So I'm just wondering if I move the thing over. I was just going...
He's a real craftsman.
And I was really impressed. And I just thought, and I said to him, do you do this everywhere you go? And he goes, yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine the art, well, until recently, not my place. But imagine mirrors, shelves, everything hung up.
Yeah.
And imagine you always walking in there and straight away being able to clock that's not the right height. That shouldn't be hung there.
Because I reckon that's because I've heard conflicting reports of how high you should do it, and I've got very high ceilings, and so it's like, because they say eye level should be like 2/3 of the way up, and it's like, but I'm quite short, so that then leaves a lot of room above it. So it doesn't look right. It feels like it should take up more room on the wall.
For me, being a 6'3" person, I've discovered hang things low for the shorter people in the world.
Right.
I'm very respectful of my art
because you have a lot of little people coming around you.
So here's just a quick. So there's the mirror.
Yes.
So we've got the mirror there, and then we've got that painting there on the wall. It's like a loft style painting because it's so big. Like I would have hung that lower. And then there's a hallway, but it just looks amazing. And I just want to talk about these professions. And my Uncle Bill, it's so funny. This day we went out with him. He used to work in the world of cables. So we're out in Sydney having lunch, family lunch one day, and then Uncle Bill just starts rambling about the cables on a suspension bridge, and then from that goes to the cables on something else.
Right.
So he used to work with cables.
You mean like wire ropey kind of cables?
Yeah, they tell me how good the cables are on that bridge. I thought you meant the cables
behind your computer.
No. Natalie would have been more interesting to me because I have those cables.
Yes. But as a chiropractor, I can tell you this, that we do judge you on your posture. So I walk around, and still to this day, I haven't done it. It was nearly 10 years ago since I stopped being a chiro. But I walk around and I'm just like, stand up straight. I say it to people in the office.
Yeah.
Sit up straight. Sit up straight.
Hairdressers do it.
I never, you never
Dentists.
stop.
If you ever meet a dentist, no one shows their teeth.
Oh, yeah, no.
Hi, I'm a dentist. You don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
We want to know your profession, right? Whether it be a trade, whatever.
Yeah.
Even if it's something really particular, like my uncle who works with cables. But you clock this everywhere you go, and the person you're with probably gets an earful about it as well because you know a lot about it. What is it?
Helen Bassett's just joined us, though.
I know.
Oh, Seabass, welcome. You can sit on this. We're talking about when, because of your profession, you can't switch it off, and so you notice things everywhere you go. Like, you must notice netball things everywhere you go, do you?
I was going to say, no, there's two things I noticed. One is, like, food things. At work, I pick up all the time. Just from years of being an athlete, I know all the hacks to, like, if you eat at this time and eat this food before you exercise.
So you'll watch what people are eating at different times?
So the other day, Craig O'Donoghue sits next to me, and he had a crack at me. He said, Caitlin Bassett, every time I look across, you're eating a salad. He's like, you can't work here and eat salad. And I was like, mate, I'm sitting on my bum at this job. I need to eat salad, otherwise my weight is just going to go through the roof.
Don't tell people that.
What, you don't eat salad? That burrito's not full of salad?
Don't say if you're sitting down, you have to eat salad.
No, I'm just saying for me, who's been used to being very active. So, yeah, I notice things like that. And if I sit, like, I would definitely, in my head, shame what all the other people are sitting
So
doing.
you just walked in and saw us eating a burrito.
And did you say? I said no straight away. And it's a default. It's default for me because I'm just like no, because I haven't been to the gym this morning, and I says no.
That's all right. I'm sorry. You cannot. That's why you cannot tell me that if there's a hairdresser walking around that clocks someone's hair.
Yes.
And they'll go, oh, that colour's not right.
Nah.
Well, let's check in with Anne in Mandurah. Hi, Anne.
Good morning.
Hi, Anne.
Okay, so what profession are you in, and what is it that you notice everywhere you go?
I'm not anymore, but I used to be in family law, and so anytime anybody says anything about a divorce or a spend time with arrangement, which used to be custody or anything like that, in my head I am silently judging them. And if they're friends, not so silently. But worse, my husband works in incident response, and if we go through any sort of roadworks or anything like that, he will loudly tell them what they're doing wrong. Go down.
Oh, so if there was a violation that he can see happening, or if they're shoveling wrong?
If they've put their cones out wrong, if they've got their wrong boards up, he will wind down his window to the point where if I see roadworks coming up, I will lock the windows so he can't wind them down.
So, Anne, when you talk about as a former family lawyer, do you must have it, like, if people, you would notice when relationships are starting to fail as well. You would get an eye for that. Do you then take people aside and say, look, you need to, if you want to get the house, this is what you need to do, or that kind of stuff?
If they ask, yes. If they don't, no.
She's not giving away free advice.
I know, they must ask, though.
charge.
People would ask you all the time.
Oh, they do, yeah.
For free
and
advice.
in the job I work in now, we do 12-hour shifts in a very close environment. And so, yes, people do. They're like, oh, so my cousin's sister's best friend is getting a divorce, so what should she do? And I'm like, get a really good lawyer.
Do you watch shows like Suits, and do you find them really really irritating to watch because you're like, that would never happen in real life?
They're like when cops watch cop shows, they go, oh, come on, the Rookie.
Do you know what's irritating about those shows?
Oh.
Is I can't walk in high heels, and they will do it effortlessly.
I've seen some of these women. I've seen some of these women run in high heels.
That is irritating, Anne. Thank you.
That does not happen.
Thanks, Anne. Carly's in Churchlands. Hello.
Hey, Carly.
Oh, good morning.
Hey, mate. How are you?
I'm well.
All right. What do you do for a crust?
Look, I've done property management for 8 years. So as soon as I approach anybody's home, whether it be a friend or family, I'm examining their front yard.
So the curb appeal?
Yeah. You know if they've got a pet inside that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, using their bathrooms, checking out, the dust and how clean their toilets are.
So you're doing a rental inspection every time you open someone's house?
Anybody's house, I put that property manager's hat on every time.
It's like it's a mark on the wall.
I wouldn't have you over.
No,
because my house on the surface looks very clean, but like it's
but you
not.
just put a bunch of unauthorised pictures up.
You would constantly be getting messages from me being like, is this hole noticeable?
I want to talk about property manager, Carly, but back in the day when I was at university, we would be in the shared house, of course, and then when we were having a property inspection, we really wanted to put our best foot forward. So because we all did design and stuff, we'd put art books out on the coffee table, and we go, they would think that, wow, look at these learned people reading about Renaissance paintings. Do you clock stuff like that of people's things?
Here's a secret. We don't actually look that deep. On the surface.
Are you joking? Are you joking?
No, everyone goes to so much effort, but we're not really looking that close.
You are monsters. Do you know what? The amount of people that
we've been there.
The amount of people there right now that are like, they might have one today and they're like arranging their throw rug to look like they're just throwing up, make it look good.
They'll notice if my washing isn't folded.
And you're doing it for no one. You're doing it for no one.
Well, thanks, there are people who have got rental inspections today who just breathes a sigh of relief. Thanks, Carly. Michelle's in Kingsley. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Hi, Michelle.
Michelle, what do you do for a living, and what as a result, what do you notice everywhere you go?
I used to work for a vascular surgeon, and so amongst other things, he dealt with aneurysms and stents, but also varicose veins.
Yes. Oh, you look at people's...
Yep.
You look for veiny legs.
The beach and I look at the back of people's legs and go, ooh, that's a spider vein, that's a varicose vein.
What gives you varicose veins? Because I've been told it's standing for too long. Is that correct?
I'm not a doctor, but I think it can be, and also genetic, and
Some people's, the back of some people's legs, so it looks like you put, imagine a whole bunch of building blocks and you just sort of sheet over top of it.
Yeah, I know.
That angular.
My mum has terrible varicose veins, and she claims that she got them when she was pregnant with me.
You're to blame. Lots of people get them.
Yeah.
Yep,
so hers are bad.
So you're clocking people's legs.
Varicose veins.
So if you're looking at the back of anyone for a while, they should know that their legs are they're starting to see the vein in your legs popping out. That's full on. Can you get them rid of them?
Yes, that's what the vascular surgeon does.
So what do they do? They just what do they just cut it out? I know you're not a doctor, but what do they do? Or do they suck the blood out?
If they're little ones, then they're spider veins, and they can give them injections.
They're the little red ones.
But if they're those big ones that curl around and are lumpy and chunky, then
it's a snake under a sheet.
They need surgery. So strip them out.
Wow, interesting. You know what? Some great professions there.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Thanks, Michelle.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Roll up. It's time for Best in Show.
Nathan and Shaun might be the biggest show in town, but we want to find the best in show. Get your tickets at perthroyalshow.com.au.
To celebrate this year's Perth Royal Show, we're hosting our own show awards. Up for grabs of $500 cash and a family pass to the Perth Royal Show.
Category is most destruction caused by an animal.
Welcome to the awards, Best in Show. Shelby from Balcatta. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
right,
Shelby. What an honour to have you on our stage right now, telling your story about a destructive animal. What animal are we talking about?
He's an Australian Shepherd, so a dog.
What's his name?
Basil.
They're bad, aren't they?
Basil?
Shelby.
Basil, yes, like the herb.
Yes. And
not like the Lord Mayor?
Oh, we could go with that.
And the guy from Faulty Towers. Okay, Shelby, tell us what Basil did that was so destructive.
When he was a puppy, we were in an apartment, in a rental. He used to stay in the laundry when we went to work, and one day we came home and the whole laundry was flooded, and that end of the house, because he chewed through the pipe where the washing machine is, and all the floors were flooded. It was a disaster.
How much are we thinking it cost?
We're talking, it was over $20,000 because it got through the whole place, which was an absolute nightmare. And the worst thing, it wasn't even our house. So.
Oh, whose house was it?
It's a rental, so...
I cannot.
This is why landlords don't want pets in rentals.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, a major argument.
Yeah.
So we got out of there as quick as we could.
Can I tell you, any rental I've ever been at, I've never even hung a picture on the wall because I've been so frightened of not getting my bond back.
Wow.
Yeah,
I take it you didn't get your bond back, Shelby.
No. I think we paid out more than the bond.
Wow.
Australian Shepherds. They don't like being left alone, safe to say.
No.
Yeah.
He's got, we always call him Velcro because wherever you go, he has to come.
Yeah.
And even now, he's 4 years old and he's still destructive.
I don't know. I don't know how I could.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know how I could be in love with my pet, but also be on the dealing end of that.
Yeah, I know.
Because I don't know which emotion would win, love or hate.
Yeah.
I think hate.
I know.
All right. You hang there, Shelby.
Thanks, Shelby.
Our next contestant is Renee from Inglewood. Good morning, Renee.
Good morning, guys.
Hi, Renee. In this category, of course, we're looking for the most destruction caused by an animal. Do you have another dog for us?
I do. It is my mother's dog. She is a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Oh,
now,
they're
if you guys
massive.
have ever met them.
What's her
They
name?
are the true blonde. Her name is Micah.
Micah.
Micah,
Yes.
lovely. And what did
They
she
are the
do?
true blonde of the dog world.
Yes.
She decided that she was going to eat her way through socks, tea towels and underwear in my mother's house. 3 times she had to have part of her stomach removed due to blockages. $30,000 destruction on herself.
No! Of just socks and underwear?
Yeah, socks,
'Cause they
underwear and tea
obstruct.
towels and a couple of toys as well.
I remember, I think it was on air, we spoke to someone years ago, Natalie. Remember they said their dog kept on eating the crutches out of their underwear? The crutches, that was it.
Oh, no.
You really have to review your diet there, don't you?
Yeah.
No.
Pet insurance, Renee?
She did have pet insurance the last 2 times, but still, there's still like $5,500 each time.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Stop
right.
eating tea towels.
Yeah, stop eating tea towels. That's what the
Pretty
vets
much,
politely call dietary indiscretion.
I've not ever gone to the doctor once because I've been eating tea towels.
Well, maybe they're delicious, though. Maybe you don't know what you're missing
Whack
out
one
on.
in today. All right, thank you so much, Renee.
Thanks,
and
Renee.
The
You hang
last
there.
person we've got in this category is Chili from Belldivers. Hey, Chili.
Hey guys,
Hey, mate. Hey,
All
what animal are we talking about?
I have a miniature dash hound.
What's your miniature dachshund's name?
Her name is Coco, but we call her Cyclone because she goes through everything.
All
Yeah, right.
What's Cyclone been up to?
What damage did she cause?
Well, she's an inside dog, so we leave her at home. And one day I have come home just to a mass destruction. First thing was she had walked through her own poop everywhere over the house, and somehow it also got up on the wall.
Isn't that interesting to see where she's been, though?
And how does she get on the wall? Like, she's a mini Dachshund. Like, she's tiny. How does it get on the walls?
Exactly. I have no idea how she got up there, but there are paw prints on the wall.
What do you mean up there? How up?
Oh, look, let's probably say maybe like 30 centimetres up the
Okay.
wall.
But when you're that little,
I was
that's
gonna say,
high.
what if you came home and there was shitty footprints
Yes.
on the roof? And you're going,
Like-
wait, on the ceiling? How'd that happen?
I also bought a brand new laptop the week prior. She had completely chewed through the charging cord, and then at the same time eaten 4 pairs of soles out of my shoes.
Animals, mate.
I mean, my dog did ruin a lot of shoes back in the day.
What was that? Sorry, the last bit you just said?
They weren't cheap shoes
they
either.
weren't cheap
They're about
shoes.
$300 each.
Oh,
and
so
they're
not
4 pairs.
not from Spend Less.
No, definitely not.
Wow. Okay. 3 strong contenders
Natalie.
there for best in show
From
as
Shelby.
most destructive
She told us
animal.
about, was it like the $20,000 or $30,000 worth? of
$20
damage?
flooding
$20,000,
damage
yep,
because
yep.
her Basil,
Yep.
her Australian Shepherd, chewed through the pipe.
Renee from Inglewood was her mother's dog.
A Bernese Mountain Dog called Micah who ate socks and underwear and tea towels and had to have $30,000 worth of surgery.
That's a lot.
On separate occasions.
Yeah. And then we've got the poo-spreading dog
Yeah, Coco, the mini Daxi.
that eats laptop cords. Mm-hmm. Laptop cords are expensive, aren't they?
I mean, it's not ideal when it's a brand new laptop as well, not to mention the poo that was
Yeah,
all through the
yeah.
house.
All right.
It's a lot.
What do
We
you
have
think?
to declare a winner.
Show me what you think.
Wow. Well, why don't we do it like, paper, rock, scissors, 1, 2, 3, and hold up the fingers,
All right.
okay?
1, 2, 3. What'd you do? David? 1.
Okay. All right, our winner is Shelby. Oh, hang on. Our winner is...
We're going to sound effect. Wait, there, sorry.
Our winner is... There it is.
Shelby! She never would have thought.
Shelby, you've won $500 and a family pass to the Perth Royal Show as some sort of compensation for what Basil did.
Beautiful, thank you. Might make up for it. I'll go have some fun by myself after.
I don't really think a bag of fairy floss will make up for that.
No.
But good luck. Have a Pluto pup.
Yeah, enjoy.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Katy Perry there. Will we hear that song on Saturday at the grand final? That's the question.
Well, the AFL have been having discussions with her team because...
It seems a bit late in the piece to be having these discussions.
I don't think it was in the contract, but they end up saying that they just want 5 bangers.
Yeah, of course.
So we're thinking...
Fireworks.
Raw. Fireworks. Yeah. Remember when this song first came out, we had an interview to speak to Katy Perry, and I think it was like at 10:30 or something, and we're like, we're not staying around for that. We end up staying around for that, but we were at the time thinking she might just be a one-hit wonder because a song like I Kissed a Girl is a bit of a gimmick song.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen to all the hits she's had.
Yeah.
She wanted to play 2 of her new songs from her album 143, which everybody hates.
Yeah, it's been panned globally.
And the AFL have said, nah, we want this stuff. We want this.
They reckon they've agreed that she can play one new song.
One song, but they're going to pull the microphone out.
And everybody has to cover their ears.
And they'll dub their own song, the song they wanted Katy to play during that time. Do you know what? I wanted to get everyone's opinion in the room. We've got Amy, Sam, David, Natalie. Is Katy Perry on her way out? Is she on her way out to Has Been Land?
Yeah, Sam's nodding.
Yeah.
Dave's nodding.
Yeah.
This new album is not her finest work.
And the new makeover she's doing is like gripping onto like too young. I don't know.
I'm not saying she's a great talent.
Oh, she's amazing, but I've been worried sick now.
It's possible that she could come back with a better album down the track.
I don't know. I think everyone's done. I think everyone's had enough. You know when you've had too much Perry?
Do you think she jumped the shark with the menu log ads and that's it?
I think we hit. That was the start of it. I think when did we hit Pete Carey? Was it Katy Perry? Was it Raw or was it Raw? Was it Firework?
Firework.
And then after that, it's like
when she was here, she played the MCG for the Women's Cricket World Cup, and it was amazing. Yeah. And everybody's like, "Oh God, how did they get Katy Perry?" And now it's sort of like, how do you not get Katy Perry?
How long was that? I went to my house yesterday. I got home and she was there singing, and I was like, "Are you serious, mate?
Play your old
can
stuff,
you move
Katy.
your stuff? I'm using the television. Move out of the way."
Anyway, should be great on Saturday.
Yeah.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.